Hey guys, so today we're going to be checking out SNK Allstar. This is going to be like a brief overview of kind of like the beginning of the game. I haven't played too much yet, but we're just going to go in there and show you what I've seen so far. Alrighty, so first thing I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm sure everybody's going to talk about this, and I don't blame them. This looks like King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online, which is way too long of a title. And you're correct, okay? So when I first saw this, I'm like, okay, so they straight up ripped the sprites from King of Fighters Ultimate Match Online, but it's true and it's not true. So I'll give you a little comparison right here up on the screen, so you can see like it's like the animations are the same. It's like they use the same, like, I don't know, format or something, but they are updated a bit. Okay, so they're like maybe a little taller. But they are cleaned up a bit. It looks nicer and redrawn a little. You know, I mean, if at just a glance they look the same, but if you just take a second look, they are a little different. This game is a lot like King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online. So I'm going to make some comparisons every once in a while, but I will cover what else is going on in the game. I'll actually cover what's a little different about it. So let's go into a match here. Sometimes before a match they'll have a special rule. So in this one, Athena will help us out. So let's see, let's go back to like a different one. So the special rules for this one is that the enemies attack first. You know, that's not always the case. So we'll go into this one. We'll challenge this one here. And they do have little stories, and sometimes they're slightly animated. It's not just pictures and talking like this. Sometimes they do like use the in-game characters to do some kind of silly animation. Alright, so I'll kind of show you this little combo system they got going on here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, and we'll do some specials. So you have like a mana bar down here, and you don't want that to like fill up too much, because then you're like losing mana. And so there's if you do your moves in a certain way, like you'll get different bonuses, and I'll show you what those are. So the 1, 2, 3 combo, I think, increases the damage it does. Oh, do your specials, y'all. But I'll show you all the different things. I think that's one of the major things that makes it different. And I think there is some depth that goes into the battle system in this one versus the other one. There really wasn't that much. It was more timing your attacks, but now in this one you have to time your attacks, and there's something a little special to it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So if you go over to challenges and Fighter Academy, this is where they'll show you some of what I'm talking about. So here's like a bread and butter one, right? So if you use something, the cards that cost 1, 2, and 3, your combo will do 50% more damage, right? So let's see the next one. See, they all do something a little different. Power move increase damage by 30%. See? Let's see the next one. One cost move deals double damage, right? Very interesting. This one just straight up increases your rage. So if you're trying to build up for your super, if you have a character that you're trying to get a super off, you can do that. So I admittedly think that's actually kind of interesting. I've never seen something like that before. You see special move damage. I think there's one where, yeah, see, you can straight up just, you can do 1, 1, 2, 3, and you'll just straight up heal. So there's actually a little bit of depth to this. I like it. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. But that being said, you're still going through the nodes and clearing things, getting 3 stars. There's PvP modes, and there's clubs that you want to level up. One thing I thought was kind of interesting, there's 4 different factions. There's like the Shizuru faction, Yorish faction, Kyo faction, kind of like the Orochi faction. I joined the Orochi one. So you just kind of join whatever clubs are in that faction. So let's show you some of the characters that are in the game. Yes, I have Choi. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, real quick. I did a 10 summon, and he's the 4-star I got. So he's the strongest character I have. Unfortunately, but see, I'll go over what you can do with the characters. So you can upgrade their gear, and you do that with all like the same materials that you'll be getting through all the different stages. You can increase their level with chocolate, because why wouldn't you? And you upgrade their grade. So it goes from gray to green to blue to purple to like orange. And you do that and you get all the different items. So if you don't have them here, what's convenient is you can just go to the stage just right here and hit raid. You'll be doing this a lot. Okay? Like, this is a huge part of the game, is just like going through and clicking this and upgrading and raiding and stuff. It is convenient, so you don't have to go find it and click the stage and then farm it over and over again. But it's still it can be a little time consuming, but at least they do a little quality of life to make it not take so long. Another thing is here, the moves, they take up these points here that refill over time. So you can see here, now it's going to be another minute before I get more points so I can spend on these skills. It's kind of weird. A lot of games do this. And if you've played King of Fighters Ultimate Match Online, this is nothing new to you. Not my favorite. I guess they do that so it gives you a reason to log back onto the game. I don't know. It's odd. So here's some of the characters I got. I got Nekaruru. This, you get this for just like, you could purchase this for like almost like $1, I think. I got Mai. You get her for just logging in for a couple days. Kyo, come on here. Athena. I got him on a free poll. And so here's some of the characters I don't have. I guess they're not going to do their little standing animations, but we'll click through these so you can see what we're working with here. Now this, remember, this is called SNK Allstar, right? To me, it's basically just King of Fighters with like a couple guest characters. To me, if it was SNK All-Stars, you'd have somebody from like Metal Slug in here. Okay, Leona doesn't count, even though she was in some of the later ones. Yeah, they do have some characters from Samurai Shodown. But to me, this is, I mean, it is still kind of like King of Fighters Ultimate Match Online, plus some, like, she is different. I don't even know if she's in that game. She might not be, but the Sam Show characters are in the King of Fighters 98. So, I don't know. I mean, the characters look fine. They do look updated at least. So, but it's not as SNK All-Star as I'd like. I would want there to be Metal Slug characters and like King of the Monsters characters. I don't know, SNK has a bunch of franchises that they could be using to make it more SNK-ish, you know? These are just to start off. I know they're going to add a lot more. I don't know how much more they're going to add, but I'm sure it's coming. So right here we got a gachapon machine. Click this. Get all kinds of stuff. That's actually a pretty decent one to get. But I like just unlock this. So you can just get items, things to power up your characters from here. We could do some arena here. So let's just challenge this guy. And in PvP, I believe it's on auto, like it's automatically on auto. I don't think you could even take it off. But this is just the regular PvP. I think there's going to be another version of PvP where it is actually player versus player. I think KOF Conquest would be that. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember in Ultimate Match Online, there was, the PvP was actually player versus player. And it was kind of fun. So I'm sure that will be what that is. I also have a few things that I don't have unlocked yet, like the Path of Duty, Adventure, and Faction War, Resource War, which I'm sure we're choosing a faction is going to come into play. So I might do a video on, like a little update video later on if any of this is like interesting. There's lots of quests and things to earn just for like playing the game and doing stuff. Oh, also wanted to show you how the elite quests work. It is a little different. So in the elite quest, of course, they're going to be a little bit more difficult and you can get shards for characters. Pretty cool that Vanessa and her are pretty early on. That's pretty awesome. But I wanted to show you like the lineup works a little different. So you don't get all your characters right away. They're on like a cooldown and you have to kind of build up to it. So it adds like a little level of strategy. So you can have like your damaging and your tanky people in the front at first. And then you can have like maybe a healer in your substitute row. See back here? Maybe like now that you take damage you want to bring in, let's say, like Athena and do some kind of... Oops. Oh, whatever, we'll kill her. There you go. You know, there's some strategy to it. I messed that up. Ah! See? There you go. Let's bring Athena in and heal. And then, since that cooldown's done, I can bring in him. So, it's a little different. Alright, and we'll go into the recruit thing here. I will have enough to do like one 10 pull, I guess. I'd probably wait on this normally, but just for the sake of the video so you can kind of see what's going on. Of course you can do the free pulls. This generally, you know, I think it's like every 10 minutes you can do a free pull. Just, I don't know. It's one of those things. But normally you can buy it with gold. Now, there's a couple different currencies. There is like this stuff that's specifically for recruiting, and then there's also diamonds that you can use other things for. So you can see how much it costs to roll with diamonds. 2,160, very specific. Or you can just use the stuff that you get for playing the game over time. There's also the new server collaboration. I don't think any of these characters are all that great, but you have a higher chance of getting it. Freaking Choi. If I did this and got Choi again, I'd be pissed. I just got Choi from this thing right here. I don't know. It was like a free thing. I forget why I even had it. I think it was these diamond token things here. But for the sake of the video, I'll just do this so you can kind of see what's going on. We're going to spin these. Ooh. I do like Vanessa, so that's awesome. Awesome. Ooh, cool. I like him too. And he's a 3-star. Very nice. Also, the good thing about getting Vanessa is it wouldn't be that hard to star her up because her little missions at the very beginning in the elite stage. Very cool. So you see, not only do you get characters, you get shards for characters. So you have to get a certain amount of stars to even unlock them. And then from there, it's just all bonus from there. So see, you need a lot. I need a lot to unlock him. So I got some, like, whatever characters, I'm sure. But that's kind of how it works. You get shards for characters, and if you're lucky, you get the characters themselves. So overall, I don't think this was too bad. Also, something I find interesting is you can combine the two currencies to, like, add up to do a 10 pull. That's kind of different. You can do that too. If you don't have quite enough 10 of these things, you can spend a little bit of diamonds to do it too. I'm just gonna save up. You're also getting some kind of like pity reward over here. It's not exactly like an actual pity. It's just, you know, bonus stuff for pulling so much. Get it over here too. But I think this is Okay, so this actually is a pity here. That's cool. You get to choose one of 4. I wonder who you get to choose from. Anyways. There you go. That's it. I do like this screen here. It looks pretty cool with all the characters scrolling back there. I wonder if when they add more characters, they're going to fill up these question marks. But that is SNK Allstars. Overall, I think the game is okay. It is just an updated King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online. But there is some things that make it a little different. I do actually like the combat system. There is, you know, some levels to it as far as knowing the combos and what they do, and that can kind of add some skill and decision making versus just hitting attack and timing it well. So kudos to them for that idea. I may do more videos on this game just because, you know, just for fun. I'm not going to spend like too much time on it because I don't have that much time. But alright guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Let me know what you think of the game. Follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys, and you have a blessed day, y'all.